I said I wanted to pop on really quick and just talk to y'all about being in 2025, making it, new goals, our resolutions, and just moving forward in the new year. So, and it's been a minute since I've been on live with y'all. So that's what we're doing. And I'm doing a challenge where I'm doing live for the next 7 days. So we're going to be covering different topics and just making sure that we motivate each other in this first week. Y'all know that first week be the hardest, but we be the most determined and motivated during that first week to get those goals accomplished. So I just wanted to say Happy New Year and see what y'all have planned for yourselves in the new year, the goals that you have set. For me personally, my thing is to go hard. Go hard, go home. If we're going to do it, let's go all out. Dream big. If your dreams don't scare you, hey, how are you? If your dreams don't scare you, they're probably not big enough. Remember, I always like to give the example of being in the gym. When you're working out and you're using weights and they're not really challenging you, are they growing your muscles, right? So it's when we start to apply that extra pressure do we start to get the gains that we desire. So don't be afraid of a little extra pressure, trying new things, stepping outside of the box. Don't let fear stop you from the next step and the next stage. And y'all, my voice is definitely a little hoarse because I took the kids yesterday to Six Flags. Y'all know I'm totally in the mom mode. I've done the partying and things like that for the new year early in my 20s, right? And this season of my life, we're focused on motherhood, womanhood, and just moving forward. And it's about finding a great balance between the two. So when you're a mother, it's not that you stop having your own individual goals and things that you enjoy. It's just making sure that if you are doing you're doing them too. So I always say, y'all know, if y'all follow me, which y'all should, and if you don't, make sure y'all subscribe to my channel because we're doing 7 days of live each day. And I'm coming in with a message because there's so much motivation that we all can use in this new year. Remember, the difference may be that motivation. I always like to tell y'all the story. Okay, let's go ahead and turn it into a story time. Why not, right, y'all? Um, Going into nursing school. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know it's real. This live. So again, but going into nursing school, I had a girlfriend. I remember doing my prerequisites. And I ran into a girlfriend on campus and I was like, I'm going to change my major. And she was like, Tan, no, you're not. You're not changing your major. You're going to do exactly what you set out to do. And y'all, that little piece of motivation to this day, it really got me through. It made me say, you know what? Why am I going to change my major from RN to going to LVN if RN is what I want? So I'm here to tell y'all, just like she told me, don't change your goals because you think that they're not obtainable. Remember, if it's too big and you're afraid of it, that means you're going to have those gains. Just like in the gym, don't be afraid of that pressure. Don't be afraid of that challenge because that's where growth lies. If we're doing only what we're already doing and we're comfortable doing, that's not growth. It's when you step out of your comfort zone and you start to branch out. Do you become and acquire that new you and those new skills to help you in that next phase? Even now, here I am being able to share that story with someone, but I had to go through that and have to look that fear in the face like, oh my gosh, I got to get into a nursing program. These are all the classes that I need to take. And a lot of people, it's not that you can't achieve it. It's just people are scared away from the challenge. I'm going to tell you, I've never been afraid of a challenge. Now, thinking that you can't do it, I've never said I can't, but I'm like, oh, is this the easier route? I want to go the faster way. And that was the only real reason why I wanted to switch from RN to LVN is just because I'm like, I need a faster track. And she's like, Tan, listen, the time is going to come and go regardless of what you're doing during that time. It's just at the end of that time, are you going to be an RN? Are you going to be an LVN? Or are you going to be none of the above? So I'm here to tell y'all, time is going to continue to pass regardless. 2025, it is a new year, but the time is going to continue to tick. Now, what we're doing in the year, in the course of this next 12 months, and our outcome at the end of that 12 months, is up to us and the decisions that we make on a daily basis. But don't underestimate, and thank y'all for liking it. Let me know that we're on the right track. But just making sure that we are setting those goals and we're sticking to it. And sometimes the only difference between success and failure is that motivation say that I got to keep going. And y'all know, if y'all follow it, y'all should. I'm going to always encourage you to keep going. Nothing beats a failure but a try. So you got to give yourself the opportunity, give yourself the chance by once telling yourself that you can. Remember, if you think you can, then you could actually believe you can. But if you are, the voice in your own head is telling you that you can't do it, it's too hard, it's too big. Happy New Year, y'all. You're already feeling defeated. Remember, I always say the most important voice is the one that you hear, and that's what you're telling to yourself, the way you speak to yourself. Remember, we always respect other people. You want to be positive. Be that way to yourself and hold your inner voice to those same standards. What you tell yourself is already going to give you that 50% chance of actually being able to achieve it, or that 50% chance that you won't, because you don't even believe you can. So I'm telling you, believe in yourself. There's no dream too big. Remember, y'all know I used to like my Big Macs. I always say, how do you eat it? It's one bite at a time. So don't look at the path that you have laid out for yourself and say, oh my gosh, it's this long. Say, what is the first step to get going? Small steps still going to lead you to where you want to be. So don't be afraid of starting small. Just start. I always say that. Happy New Year. Y'all, I'm so happy to be on here. So remember, we're doing 7 days of live. This first week of the new year, we need this motivation to keep going. And I'm going to be that voice. If it's not your inner voice, it's going to be Tan voice. And I'm going to tell you to get up in the morning, stay prayed up, be motivated, and know that you can. If they can do it, why you can't do it? What Finesse said, it's cool when they do it. It's probably when I do it. So I'm telling you that it's our time. We're going to do it. 2025, I told y'all, it's our year. We got to be able to have our inner voice pushing us. Tan going to be pushing us. And then remember, we say faith without works is dead, right? So we got to have that faith, but we got to get up and actually walk into our purpose as well. So that's what we're doing, y'all. 7 days of live. So I want to be seeing y'all on the live. And if y'all are not subscribed to my channel, make sure we're doing it, because we got long form videos dropping. We claiming it. Y'all know I'm into that manifesting. And I told you I have a journal, 365 journal, that we're going to work through, that will be available in a couple days. And I want us to be working through our journals together. Remember, we're going to manifest the life we want. And we're actually going to manifest and work towards the life we want. Remember, I always say, if we're dreaming, it's just a dream if we're not having the work and the intention behind it. We can sit up here and say we want to lose 20 pounds in the new year, but we know those 20 pounds are not going to fall off in our sleep in between getting up every morning. We have to actually put a plan in place to work towards the first pound. So remember, I told you, one bite at a time, one step at a time. Even if it's small, just start. I always said, when I looked at nursing school, I said, oh my God, I'm a single mom. I have all this stuff that I can say is stacked against me. But remember, it's not stacked against you. It's there to motivate you to say, this is exactly why I need to lose those 20. This is exactly why I need to finish school. This is exactly why I need to go after my dreams with the same level of determination, like my life depended on it. Y'all got to go after stuff relentless. As much as we could probably text, call, y'all know, if you're in love with somebody, you're going to do the most. Do the most for you. Do the most for your kids. So I challenge y'all to use that same energy that you would actually give out to someone else and turn it inward. What if we worked as hard as we do for other people and extended for ourselves and our children? So I always say energy is it's a currency. Energy is it has a value to it. And what we choose to spend our energy on, remember, it doesn't come back, right? Remember, time, it's wasted. I'm not saying it's wasted. Y'all know I'm talking about them L's. L's to me means less and not losses. Always remember that. You didn't take no loss. If you live to see another day, if you're breathing, you have another opportunity to take that lesson, not that L, and move forward. Because life keep going, and so do we. And y'all know I said, and y'all should be knowing if y'all follow me. Life is going to keep going. Remember, 2025 came whether somebody was ready or not by the stroke of midnight. It came anyway. So what we choose to do in this new year is up to us. But I'm going to tell you, we have more control over our lives than we give ourselves credit for. What you want in this world, you can have. We are the masters of our own reality. We are the creators of our reality. What we don't want to deal with, we don't have to. Can you change your number? Yes. Can you change your location or address? Maybe not as quick, but you can dang sure block. You can delete. You can change your phone number. Whatever you want to do to cut out things in your life that you no longer want, no longer serve you. Y'all know I'm the queen of let it go. Okay, the Elsa and Anna, do you hear me? Let it go. Don't be afraid to start over. Cut them ends if you want that hair to grow nice and strong and full. Cut those ties with things that no longer serve you. Remember, it's either going to be putting you to the top or dragging you to the bottom. So if it's not pushing you to the top, it's dead weight. And we got stuff to do in 2025. So that's what we're doing. We're only keeping relationships that are conducive to the life that we are living and we want to live. I always say our goals really never stop. I'm a forward thinking woman. I've always been that way. So I've always had some type of short term and long term goal. Each day we wake up, we should be working towards something. And if that's spiritual and that's getting up and you are working through your journals, remember we got those journals coming, y'all. But we're going to work through our affirmations. Remember that motivation sometimes can give you that little push over into success. We can be right on the brink of giving up, but you don't know that last little bit was actually going to be your win. So I'm telling you, never count yourself out. One thing about me, I've never counted myself out because I always believe I could. So my inner voice has always told me that I'm a winner. You can do it, Tane. If they can do it, why you can't do it? What's the difference? The difference is determination, motivation, intention behind it. There's no such thing as a perfect mother, but there is an intentional mama that wake up each day and know that my priorities are there and I'm going to choose myself, kids. You got to go ahead and put those things on paper too. I've always been a visual learner. I love to write things down. And it's still, you don't have to have it by the stroke of midnight. It's okay right now. I challenge you to write down the things that you want. 2025, these are your long-term goals. And make sure you include things personal. It can be with your children. It can be financial goals, career goals, whatever it is, write it down. And don't say, I won't. Claim it like it's yours. So that's how you start manifesting, by already saying it's yours. The victory is mine. The keys are waiting on me. My children are going to have. My children have. I have. The power, and y'all, I got chills just by saying that. But there's so much power in our words. It's so much power in our thoughts. Motivation is, people say, oh, that's just a word, but there's power in words. Energy is real. Remember, I said it's a currency, y'all, and I'm pouring that into y'all. So if y'all see me posting anything about my prayers, when I even reply back to y'all, I literally pray and say, Lord, anybody that affirmed this or claimed it and receive it, I ask that it be granted. It's already yours. I say claim it. Learn to speak positivity over your home, yourself, your health, your children. If you're married, your significant other, learn to speak life. Remember, they say we're women. We carry life. We create life, right? We give life. But also in our words, we got to learn how to give life in our energy and in our aura. You're bigger than what you think. Man, remember they say you the biggest. You are the biggest. I'm telling you, anything you want in this life, you can have it if you believe it and you say it. It's okay to open your mouth and say it's mine. Y'all, I have so many chills going through my body right now. It don't make no sense. But learn to be okay with open up and saying it's yours. And that's why I love to always talk about my experience. It's a quick story time. I remember when I first moved to Houston, the Galleria Mall has the Chanel store, just like Lenox. But when I was living in Atlanta, being a young mom, right, just finished nursing school, I was not shopping in Chanel. Okay, but I remember going through the Galleria Mall in Houston. It is yours. That's right, y'all. And let me know in the comments. Affirm it, y'all. It's yours. This year is ours. So we're going to work through it together and motivate each other through it. But I went to Houston and I was in the Galleria. I remember pushing my stroller with my baby. I think I had my middle daughter and my oldest daughter walking with me. And I passed by the Chanel store. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, they got a Chanel store here. I'm trying to see what stores are in there. And I remember being like, I can't go in Chanel. I can't afford no Chanel. And I couldn't afford no Chanel, right? But if you can't even allow yourself to go into that environment and even look, I couldn't even look over there. So how do you begin to say that you can have things if you can't even allow yourself to look in that direction? So I remember being like, man, go in there and see what it's like. Touch it, feel it, ask questions. You don't have to already be there, but you can start seeing yourself there. And I'm going to tell you, within 3 years, I was in that store and I was buying a bag in that store. But that's because I allowed myself to actually envision myself there, which opened my mind up to something that I wanted. And if this is what you want, this is what you need to do to get it. So don't underestimate the power of being able to still put yourself in that environment. You may not be able to afford it now. And this is just an example from Chanel, which now I done been there, done that. And on $10,000 on the bag, I really take that $10,000 and find a way to motivate you and us so we can get to where we need to be, okay? So my focus is a little different now, but what I'm telling you, and I hope you get from that message, is don't be afraid because you feel like you can't afford something. Don't cheat yourself the experience. Go in there and take a look. Why not? If it's that new car, go test drive that car. It's okay. It's going to motivate you to say, you know what, I want that. And that's going to go back and make you work hard and go accomplish the things that you need in life to get what you need. You know, so don't let fear stop you from even being in the moment, thinking that you can actually say that you can. Remember, if it's big and it scares you, it's big, baby. So it makes you want to reach for it. Now, if you're thinking small, you're going to be taking those little bitty steps. It's okay to see it. It's okay to say it and say it's already yours. 2025 is our year. Say that to yourself. Tell yourself that. And when you start telling yourself that, your spirit, your energy start to believe it. You start believing what you say to yourself. Imagine every day, and this is almost an experiment, but I don't want to be on the bad side of saying the negative stuff, right, each day. But if somebody wake up every day and say, oh my God, I'm a failure. I'm a failure and I can't. And each day, that's what their inner voice is telling themselves. Do you think they're going to be motivated to get up? Life is hard enough, right? So imagine going through life, which is already difficult, right? Things that are out of our control, and you're already feeling defeated because you're telling yourself that. Now, that person that wake up in the morning, look at herself, I'm her. Today, I'm going to win. I have the power. My kids, you speaking life into yourself over your children, your situation, your finances. You are more likely to achieve what you set out for yourself because you're telling yourself that you can. The positivity in our words, the power that words have. Don't underestimate it. I can, I have, this is already mine. Speak it over yourself. And y'all, if y'all feeling me, let me know. Like the post, y'all. Give me some good energy. And let me know that you're feeling the message. You received the message. Remember, we have more control over our lives than we give ourselves credit for. Believe you can. Tell yourself you can. And then, too, surround yourself with like-minded people. If you're trying to change, remember I told y'all it's okay to cut off people, places, and things and habits that no longer serve you. At any point, you don't even have to wait for New Year to make changes in your life. Remember I told you, the second you say that this is what I'm doing moving forward, so it shall be. You don't have to wait on another New Year. You don't have to wait a certain time. If it don't serve you, know that you can cut it off unapologetically too. You don't have to give reason. And that give me an example. I went to Walmart, y'all, to return some things that I had purchased. And I always be on myself about making sure I make my returns for things that I don't want to keep, right? So I may say I'm going to order 2 of a color and see which one I like. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to make sure I don't miss my return window. So I made a return at Walmart. And you know how the people will be like, what's the reason? There don't have to be no reason. And I'm not finna go back and forth with people about, here's my receipt. I just want to make my return. It don't matter. Why? Are you going to not take it back if I don't have a good reason? So what I'm telling y'all is that I am so intentional about the things that I answer. I'm not going. If I don't want to go, I ain't going. And I am the queen of that. So when I tell y'all, y'all don't have to just go for anything because people ask you something, demand something of you. You are the master of your own reality and your own life. So you can stand like that too when you have your own mind and your mind made up. So somebody just can't put me on the spot and I'm going to always take my time. Be okay with taking your time and make sure that the actions that you... Let me know if you can see me. So be intentional. You know, have your own mind made up. Remember, people can't pull the wool over your eyes if you already sin. If you know your truth, somebody can't fool you with lies and deception. So I'm just telling you to know what you want in life, know what you want out of life, what you want to accomplish, and don't just be going for anything. We ain't going for anything in 2025. We standing on business. Ain't that what they say? We're standing on business all 2025. We're not afraid to cut people, places, things, bad habits, anything that we no longer want in our life and our energy, we're cutting them off. We're speaking from claiming things and not saying, I want a new house. That new house is mine. That victory is mine. And then you're going to take those actions. Remember, one small step is going to still lead you towards where you want to go. So don't be afraid to start small. Remember, I couldn't even look over there at the doggone store, let alone see myself in there purchasing it and drinking my sparkling water, eating my chocolates. So remember, start small. Don't be afraid to just be in the space. You know, maybe that rich energy rubbing off on you because it make you want to do better for yourself. And sometimes taking yourself out of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to have lunch on a different side of town. Don't be afraid to go to this store instead of that store. Don't be afraid. Don't cheat yourself, y'all. That's what I'm saying. Give yourself the best experience and within reason. I'm not telling nobody to go blow the bank out and anything like that. It's okay sometimes to just be in that atmosphere. See how the people look. Observe what they're doing. Sometimes you only know what you know. So I literally was very intentional about making sure that I'm working out at a different gym. Why not? If you're going to spend that $100 on food, why not go get a good gym membership? So I'm gonna say some things in life we say we can't afford, but I think if we move the pieces around a little bit, take a little bit from over here, put it more over there, you'll start to feel like you have more. So don't ever be afraid to reevaluate and kind of move your chips around a little bit. If it's not a gym membership, maybe you can invest in some equipment in the house, right? And it doesn't have to be a huge treadmill. It can be a little stepper, right? So start small. Don't think automatically the best of the best and say, oh, I can't afford that one. Start seeing there's levels to it. Don't end it with it say it's levels to it. So don't be afraid to actually start at a level that's comfortable for you. And whatever that is, whether it's working out, whatever change it is that you want to see in yourself, start small, but just start. Remember, don't let it scare you away. I'm telling you, fear is the killer of dream and also procrastination. Those two things, and you see both of those are self-inflicted. So we can be in our own way. So our own way in 2025. Believe you can. Say it. Say it out loud too. Learn how it feels to say, I'm a winner. I'm her. I'm standing on business. My kids are good because of me, the mom I am. Say that stuff out loud. You start to feel that energy. It's almost like you're conjuring up this positive energy and this motivation within yourself. Speak to yourself in the mirror. Give yourself compliments. When I tell you, I coach myself up. That when somebody else ain't doing, I don't need no validation for nobody else because I'm what I need. I'm going to tell myself I am beautiful. Yes, and it's with intention because you wake up and you do your skincare routine and you drinking your water. So come on, be happy of your results. When you start seeing those pounds, or if you're losing weight, 1 pound, 2 pounds off 10 pounds, 5, what it is, celebrate every step. Every step along the way is a win. And if you learn to celebrate the small, you just start finding joy in the moment. And it helps with that momentum. But y'all, we're doing 7 days of live. Each day I'm coming on, giving y'all the motivation we need to move forward. Remember, I told y'all life goes on and so do we. Sometimes the difference between success and failure is just having the motivation to believe that you can. I think I can. I think I can. Y'all remember that? And now, as an adult, a lot of the things that was on the cartoons and things that we heard, growing up, I'm like, man, I now understand. It's affirmation before we were using affirmation. When you speak positivity and life over things, you believe you can, and life and the energy flows. So don't be afraid of that. You know what? Good. That's a great question. On the times, I'll actually probably post it in my community section. I'll actually give y'all a schedule. I'm glad you said that, Anissa. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on my community page of the time I'll be going live each day. But we're doing 7 days of live and motivation, and I'll be doing a little bit of the morning and the night too. So I'll be doing, or I may even be doing 2 a day, y'all, because 2025 we got a lot to accomplish, and I always ask God to just use me as a vessel for the message, a vessel for motivation, inspiration, because I told y'all that success that I experienced on the career side because somebody poured that motivation right when I was about to give up and change my route. She said, no, you're going to stay the course because you can. And I did it. I literally graduated, passed nursing school, took my NCLEX and passed the first try. But here I was about to give up on myself and change my goals and my plans. So I'm telling y'all, don't give up on yourself. And I'm going to be the motivation you need. And I hope that God just continue to use me to give the message to you, y'all. So let me know if you received it, something today that you needed, maybe in this moment, in this season in your life, as we now are in a new season, right? 2025. But I want to say Happy New Year, y'all. And I'm not going to hold you too long. But anyone that's new that's watching them, make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. And y'all show me some love if y'all like where we're going with this. And we're going to be doing 7 days of live. So let's get it, y'all. But bye, y'all. See you on the next live.